So this is a bit of a funny question, but I've had friends tell me, oh, I don't feel quite right in what I'm doing, but yet I have no idea what I want to do, what I really want to do.
Yeah, so respectfully, if you know them, you can say that's bullshit. If you don't know them, then you have to pry a bit more into the question, because a lot of times people say like I don't know what it is I want to do. What's behind that is something we covered in another video, which is about fear, guilt, and shame. They do know what it is they want to do, but they're not saying what they want to do because they're afraid of what it might mean if someone actually found out. So a good way to reframe it is that hypothetically, if it was Caroline, I'd say hypothetically, if you did know what you wanted to do, what might that be? And more often than not, it takes away the focus from them and say, well, hypothetically, if I did know this is what I do. And more often than not, they'll say, I just want to travel. I have yet to meet someone who absolutely does not know what they want to do in life, because a lot of their life already demonstrates it. Anything above sleeping and shelter, they're spending in areas in their life that are actually important to them. And that gives away a lot of what they prefer to do in their life.
And they probably don't realise that they're passionate about that because they do it so often. But from someone else's eyes, that might look like a passion.
Correct. Yeah, so you bring up a beautiful point. A lot of what we do that we love, it comes so natural to us. We think it's normal, and we think it's actually abnormal for people not to do that. So it's interesting that Caroline asks that. So what I do is then I pry into the person. Well, okay, well, tell me, like, what are some of the sort of materials that you like reading? Like, what's on your desktop background? What are you always surfing on the internet? What Facebook feeds show up and you're like, yeah, that's cool. And what Facebook feeds are like, my friend ate this for breakfast. Who gives a crap? And then you look at like your finances, like what are you saving for? Because when you think about what you're saving for, that's what's important to you. So for some people, it's actually financial security. Financial security is what they want. Because they might be saving and not spending. For other people, it might be, I'm saving up for this piece of fashion. Maybe looks and trends are important to them. Some other people, like they're so dead broke, they'll sleep on couches, they won't eat properly for weeks, and then every year they manage to find the funds to actually travel overseas, because travel's important to them. And then they come back broke. I don't know what I want to do, but I actually just did it. Yeah.
So it's just recognition. It's giving you the chance to recognize what it is that you actually love.
Yeah, absolutely. So I suppose another useful thing is, if you're asking that question to yourself, maybe you should be asking that question to someone you trust, someone who might not judge you for what you like to do, someone who actually give you permission to be yourself. And more often than not, that's like a third party that's not within your current circles, because you've probably already built a case for I can't tell anyone that I already know. So meet someone very random and tell them.
Yeah. Feel the fear.
Yeah. Meet someone really random and just say, look, I'll probably never see you in my life again, but I just want to say that this is what I want to do in my life. What do you reckon? And
then it'll become a habit.
Yeah.
And then you'll start telling everyone.
Yeah, and they'll probably be like, yeah, it's so cool. And you're like, oh my gosh, I need to meet more people like this. Yeah.
Well, I was looking for someone that does that. Yeah, I'll give you money to do it.
You might end up marrying them. I don't know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.